Welcome back to the channel, folks. I wanted to do this video real quick. I'm sitting at a truck stop. The place I'm delivering to is, you can't see it, but it's right here beside of me. And my load's not ready. It won't be ready for another hour. So usually they keep us hopping here with this job because I only work Sunday through Friday, usually. And today's Friday. So I'm not going to get home until late tonight, maybe even in the morning. But anyway, since I was sitting here and thinking about this, and I was thinking about the load I pulled up here was really super heavy. A couple of days ago, I was actually over on my trailer tandem, but I was not over on gross. And it got me to thinking about this, and since I usually do trucking and politic videos and not just trucking videos, I thought I would leave you something for the weekend that is only trucking related. Wow, what a concept. I'm actually being helpful. Um anyway, simplifying weighing your trailer. It's really actually a simple process, but it's also very complex if you overcomplicate it, if that makes sense. I don't want to give you an example so you don't feel bad. Like I said, I struggled with this concept in the past for a really long time. I really sat down one day and I really put my brain to thinking about it, and I came up with what I'm about to tell you. And once I did that, I thought, wow, this is so simple. Why didn't I think about this before? I want to compare it to a friend of mine. I had a really, really close friend. I went to school with him, high school with him, and he was an exceptionally intelligent person. Very, very, very intelligent person. In fact, I contribute my graduation from high school to him. We had to take and pass algebra to get through high school. To this day, I cannot do algebra. Now, I can do the simple things, A plus B equals C. I can do that concept. My friend Danny, on the other hand, you could give him the most complex formula you could ever imagine in your life, and he would just sit down and just start doing it. And he would just, I mean, just I couldn't comprehend him. I couldn't comprehend how quickly and how accurately he could go through algebra. I never could understand the concept of it. I tried and tried. I could not get it. I couldn't understand it. And, you know, I'm just going to be honest with you. I cheated. I cheated. That's how I got through high school. He sat in front of me. I sat behind him. And I cheated off of his paper. That's how I got through high school with algebra, because there's no other way I could have got through it. I just couldn't. And I can't even do it to this day. So there you go. You know, admitting something here to everyone out there. I cannot do algebra, and I cheated to get through high school. My friend Danny was so extremely smart. He asked me one day, I know you're not going to make fun of me, and I know you're not going to run me down or criticize me, but something has been on my mind and I can't get it. And I know it's simple, and I know I'm looking over something, but I can't comprehend it. And I said, okay, well, let's sit down and talk about it. What's going on with you? And he said, you're driving down the interstate. And I said, okay, right. And then you come up on a bridge and it says bridge may ice before roadway. Why? And he was like, that's not good. You've already started. You're going to make fun of me over this. And I said, no, let's sit down and let's talk about it. And he said, okay, what is it? And I said, what's under the road? I mean, he couldn't comprehend where I was going with this. He was overthinking and overanalyzing it, right? Because he knew what was under the road. And I said, what is under the road? If you took a grader and you scraped the blacktop or you scraped the concrete off of the road, what is under the road? Dirt. And I said, right. And he said, where are you going with this? And I said, just follow along. Okay. And when you come up to the bridge, let's say you stop your car. There's no one around, no traffic for 1,000 miles. You're totally safe. You stop before you get to the bridge. What's under the bridge? Usually another road or a train track or something. And I said, right. What is between that road and the train track and the bottom of the bridge? What's in there? And he just had this blank stare. And he was like, nothing. And I don't get it. What are you, and then he just stopped because it clicked. And he said, now I get it. And he just had that moment, where it just clicked and he understood. For you that don't know, I mean, most of us should know, it's air. There's a pocket of air. In the wintertime, it circulates around or under the bridge, and it will freeze the bridge from the bottom and the top, so therefore the bridge will freeze before the roadway. I mean, it's a simple concept. Danny was an exceptionally intelligent person. Exceptionally. Sometimes just the simple stuff stumps us. My friend Danny is no longer with us. I miss him dearly. But, sometimes we just overthink things. Sometimes being too intelligent is a distraction. Thankfully, I don't have that problem. But anyway, this thing about weighing your trailer is an exceptionally simple concept. It all starts with the person that is loading you. That's where it all starts. Let's just say we're just specifically talking here about dry vans and reefers to simplify this even more. It works with flatbeds too, though. But you have a box, that the reefer trailer, an enclosed box. You have an enclosed dry van trailer. When you look at that trailer, you're looking at it from the side. You're standing outside and you're looking at it from the side. Does it look flat? Does it look like it is a flat, level trailer? It might look like that, but it's not. It's not. Your trailer rear, where your tandems are, is higher than the front. It's in a wedge shape. Think of it that way. Think of it as a wedge. It's not flat. It's in a wedge. So, you have a center of that wedge that pivots it. That is your trailer tandems. Your wheels and tires, your trailer tandems, the carriage. That is your pivot. Think of it like a teeter-totter. You know, the little teeter-totter that kids play on. You know, one set's here, one set's here, and they're pushing up and down with their feet. That center is your pivot point. The center of your trailer is your tandems. Okay? When you get your trailer loaded, to very, very simplify this, if you're getting a light load, we all know that it's, you know, it's simple. You know, you just weigh it. As long as you're under 34,000 on either one, you're good, and you go on, right? What if you have a load that is 44,800 pounds? That will all depend on the person that is loading you to whether you can scale it out or not. I know a lot of you probably have trailers or have had trailers that have a mark on the inside that says 41 foot mark. If you go outside, you will have a 40 foot mark and a 41 foot mark. Sometimes you will have that on the outside of your trailer. This trailer here that I pull, and none of the trailers with this company that I work for has that 41 foot mark on the inside or the outside. The other day I was in Tennessee getting loaded. As soon as I pulled away from the dock, the guy said, pull up. I'm going to sit here on the fork truck and hand you a seal, and I need to watch you put the seal on the trailer. I was getting a load of minerals in super sacks. Hopefully you know what a super sack is. It's a great big huge bag, you know, maybe made out of plastic or canvas or something, and it's got hooks at the top where they stick a fork truck in it and pull it up. And these were actually super sacks on pallets, and he had it loaded all the way to the back door. And I just turned and looked, knowing I pulled these super sack loads before and they're heavy. And I said, how much does this weigh? And he said, I don't know, 40 something. And I said, 40 something or 44? And he said, probably 44. You're really close to gross. And I said, I can't pull this. It's going to be overweight. And he said, how do you know? And I said, because I know you loaded it all the way to the back door. Well, it's all in there. You won't be over gross. And I said, I guarantee you I will be over on my trailer. We can't do this. And he said, man, just put the seal on it. Let's go. I don't have time to mess with it. You can go scale it out and you'll be fine. And I said, no, I won't. I know I won't be fine. And he said, whatever, man, let's go. Let's go. Well, just as I suspected, I went and scaled it out, and I was, 28 something on the front, and I was 30 something, 34 something on the back. No, I was 30. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'd have to pull it up. I'm using my phone, so I don't have the app, the Weigh app on my phone, but regardless, I was way over on my trailer, way under on the front. So I had to come back and they had to rework the load. The guy that was there said, the guy is new and he doesn't understand. So we're going to have to retrain him on how to load the trailer. You don't want to go past that 41 foot mark if you're 43, 44, or 45,000 pounds. I have pulled a 46,000 pound load before in a dry van, and I was good. Now, I was very, very, very close, but I was good. You don't want to go past your 41 foot mark. Why? Because it throws that center of gravity, that balance off, of your trailer. So that's where it all starts right there, is loading your trailer correctly. If you're getting that really super heavy load, don't allow them to go past that 41 foot mark. Just don't allow them to, because you can't scale it out at that point. So why is the 41 foot mark so important? Well, that is really your center of balance with your trailer tandems. If, like with me, I've been doing this so long, I can just look at the side of the trailer. I can look inside, see where the freight is, and I can guess at it, and I can get within, few 100 pounds plus or minus, just sliding my tandems and going to a cat scale. Now, a cat scale will weigh you in 3 sections. You have your steer section, your drive section, your trailer section. It's one scale, but it's in 3 pieces, so it weighs each of the 3 and then totals it up for your gross. That's how a cat scale works. And whenever your load is to the back, your pivot point is off, you can't get that straightened out. So it all starts with the guy that loads you, or female. Could be a machine nowadays. There's automatic loaders now. So it all starts with that. So what happens if you're under your 41 foot mark? You're under gross, but you're off on your axles. This is what confused me about it. I knew everything up until this point, but this is what really confused me until I had to really sit and think. That's where I come up with this wedge thing, thinking about it. And the pivot point, like the teeter-totter, your trailer's not flat. So when you eyeball it and you look at it, say you're 34,300 on your trailer. Here's something that will really help you. If you can remember this, it will really, really help you slide towards your weight. Every time. That is the concept. If you're loaded right, if you're under your 41 foot mark with your load, you're under gross, but you're just off on your tandems, or your axles rather, slide towards your weight. Think of it as 2 arrows on the side of your trailer. It tells you which way to go with your arrows. If you can have a mental picture, you're standing back looking at the side of your trailer again. Which side are you heavy on? See the teeter-totter effect? Which side are you heavy on? If you go forward, you're going to push the weight forward. If you go backwards, you're going to push the weight backwards. So, which way are you heavy? If you're heavy on the front, you go towards the front. If you're heavy on the rear, you go towards the rear. It pivots it. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that simplifies it for you. If you can always think of that concept, you can always nail the weight on your load. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. You guys take care of yourselves. Look out for one another. Be good to yourself. Take care of yourself. And we will catch you on the next one.